What's up, Pringle?
Okay. All right. A little time.
Hi, Nyla. Hi, Snan. Hi, Tamia. Hi, Malachi. Hi, Milan. Hey, Sincere. They don't want to say hi back, Pringle.
Oh, hi.
Hello. Surprise me. What are you doing here, bro?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Good. All right. Today's special guest is Makai Pringle. Clap it up for Makai Pringle. Y'all claps is weak.
Inspirational.
Y'all claps is weak. All right. First, before Makai gets started, has anybody seen Makai's video playing at Norfolk State? You saw his videos? Anybody?
Yes. Yep. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else?
No.
Anybody seen his picture in uniform?
Yep. Yep. Sure.
Yeah.
So before he starts, tell him how it felt to watch his videos, him playing. Tell him how good he looked in his uniform. Be serious. He don't know this stuff, you know? Don't imagine that he already knows, oh, you know, I got a picture, I got a video out there. Tell him when you saw it and what it felt like to see it. Anybody? Milan, you go first, Milan.
First. Nah, Ty,
Milan, go first.
That's wild.
Wait, what was the question?
You always miss the question. Always.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll come back to you. Who's going first?
Makai, yo.
Me? No.
Ty, I'm going first. All right.
Yeah.
Pringle, you already know I hit you up after, like all the time, you feel me? But you know, seeing you performing, you know, it's very inspirational because you know, I remember when we used to talk about Norfolk all the time, watching their videos and seeing you there at the college that we talked to all the time. It's like, yo, my boy did it. And you on your dolly, you know, I got to give you your props like I always do. And keep it up, man.
Thank you, Makai. All right, so, all right, who's next?
Hi, Pringle. All right.
Hello, Malachi.
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw you in your uniform, I was like, yo, that's really my mentor. And I was like, he made it to one of the colleges he wanted to go to. And I was proud, low key. Yeah.
Anybody else? So don't forget, he's out there. He's on a whole big old college campus. And B, you don't have no Norfolk State alumni already on campus to greet him and say what's up and show him around. It's not like the other schools. When the girls got to Virginia State, they already had destiny. They already had people who knew the ropes and could show them around. When the boys got to Hampton, they already had a name. They already had Royal. They already had Brooklyn United and Steppers and all that stuff. You got Norfolk don't know nothing about no Brooklyn, no nothing, no Ty. Ty has no relationship at Norfolk, nothing. No hookups, no look out for him, no nothing. Norfolk, when Norfolk first saw Steppers back in the days, they was like, what's that? What are y'all doing? And trust me, Norfolk is a different beast, different type of band. There's no moving. There's no looking around. There's no lack of discipline.
Yo, could I say something right quick, Ty?
Who's that? Yeah, go ahead, man.
All right, like I told Pringle this yesterday. I was watching a video from Honda Battle of the Bands the other day, and I'm like, yo, Norfolk was never moving this much until Pringle got there. I gotta watch that.
Right. But yeah, it's a focus, disciplined situation. So it's not like a easy to get in group. If you ain't good, you ain't getting in. If you ain't trying hard, you're not getting in. It ain't like that. So whatever he's accomplished, he's definitely made his way on his own. So one more time, round of applause for Makai Pringle. All right, tell us your story. How has it been?
All right. It's been different. It has ups and downs. It was really down at the beginning. It's only getting up towards the end of the season, but towards the beginning of the season, it was definitely down. It was like Ty said, I'm the only one from Brooklyn out here. It's a few sprinkles of like Mount Vernon. We're not gonna talk about them, but it's a few sprinkles of like people that's from home but aren't from Brooklyn. There's one dancer, she's from Queens. Never met her in my life. The two X Factor, they cool, but they not from Brooklyn. So, like I said, at first, like by myself, still trying to get to the ropes. It was difficult. It was difficult because even if you know everything, and yeah, even if you do know everything, you can still not perform. That was my case for like these first two shows, these first two games. The Hampton game, I got sat down because I didn't know this. I got sat down. I knew everything, but the way my form was looking compared to theirs, it didn't match up. So I had to sit that one out. Second game was St. Francis, and I think I just wasn't in the right mindset for the checkoffs that we had, so I didn't make that game either. It wasn't until homecoming that I've been checking off. From homecoming then on, I've been on the field. Homecoming, Howard. We just went to A&T. We just went to North Carolina. And I've been on the field. It's pretty fun. But yeah, like it was a rough start. It definitely was a rough start to begin with, but getting used to their form and their discipline, I think you guys will be fine with that. As far as the discipline, because Ty still tried to implement the discipline. So it's just a matter of like not getting in your feelings, like trying to talk back and whatnot, trying to get your last word. That don't work here. That ain't it. But yeah, that's Norfolk. Spartan Legion.
How's academics? When did that start? How did that go? How's the classes? How many classes you got? How often you go to class? How often you home?
So the way my class work is I have 3 classes on Mondays and Wednesdays and 2 classes on Thursdays and Fridays. So, and there's a lot of time periods in between classes. You gotta be on it. You gotta be on your classwork as far as like, because there is nobody telling you to go to class or you're getting emails where you didn't show up in class today. Is everything okay? It's not that. It's none of that. It's up. You were in class. I got that. Put your attendance down. You go about your day. Or if you weren't in class, you don't get the attendance down, and nobody really cares. So, like, you have to be on your A game when it comes to these classes. It took me a minute to get used to like waking up and going to these classes without it being like forced down my throat type pause. But yeah, like honestly, it's just a game of waking up, knowing it has to be done, like integrity, basically doing the right thing even when nobody's watching, like because nobody's gonna tell you
doing the right thing when nobody's watching. Where you learn that at? Where you learn that at?
Actually, I learned that at Exceed Charter School. That's where I learned that at.
Learn that in charter school. So tell us how it felt not to make checkoffs.
It was. Let me tell you why it was worse for me. It was worse for me because guess who was there recording every second of me on the bench? Steven, y'all. Steven was there recording me every second, not on the field. That's what was killing me that first game. I'm sitting next to the band. I'm looking at the game, and I would look down at like where like staff is. All you see is Steven with the camera just all. I'm like, Steven, bro, come on, man. Like this isn't a monumental day. This is a But you know, so
Wait. So you
So-
mean to tell me when the Brooklyn United film comes out, one of
Yes.
the episodes is gonna be Pringle not making cuts?
yes, it's gonna be Pringle on the sideline. That's gonna be
That's gonna make the film. That's gonna be season 3. So number one, you had a film crew follow you around. Number two, the first game was against your brothers.
right.
So how that feel? 2 reasons.
Those are the main 2 reasons why I was really upset. But I didn't let nobody see it. But I was really upset for that first game because, like I said, everybody came. Like Ty came out, my mom came out, everybody was out for that game, and I ain't check off. So
Wait. How you know I came? You stayed far from me. You didn't call my phone. You didn't come see me. You didn't find me or nothing.
Ty was with the Hampton boys. He was with the opposition.
I was looking for you.
He was with the opposition guys. He was in the blue and white. But yeah, everybody was out there, and I'm over here in the sideline in my jeans and season shirt, not in uniform and whatnot. I mean, I was able to talk to my mom, so that kind of made up for it. So it wasn't really a bad day. At the end of the day, I got to spend time with my mom and my sister before they went back. The day after that,
we went to breakfast the next day.
Yes, the day after that, I went with Ty and the boys. We went to IHOP. That was pretty dope. It was just them Hampton boys. Oh my god, they were so mad. They were so mad. It's okay. Them Hampton boys was mad, but it's okay.
How's campus life?
I would say it's different. It's really different. Like as far as Norfolk being a public school, is very different. Like people could just walk on and off of campus. It's literally you could just walk on the campus. You could drive through the campus. It's fun. It's fun. Well, to be honest with you, if you're in the band, you're not really gonna experience campus life as you should. At least not until the season is over. But these whole first few months, I missed everything. They had like homecoming events. I missed it because we had rehearsals. Everything that was going on, like homecoming events, like plays, parties, this, that, and the third. We was missing it. Everybody in the band was missing it because you had to know your stuff. Because it would be bad to not know your stuff, but be caught. Cameras is everywhere, guys. I promise you, cameras is everywhere. Somebody is going to record you somewhere where you're not supposed to be. It's happened to my roommate. My roommate did not check off, and he went to his homecoming. He went to his high school homecoming and got kicked off the band because he went to his high school homecoming instead of going to the game, and he got kicked off the band. You want to know how the recording? It happened, but yeah, like as far as being in the band, your campus life isn't really going to start until like the season is over. Like I said, like I still haven't experienced anything yet. So,
how's hot ice?
Hot ice is pretty good. A few of my sisters.
Tell everybody what hot ice is.
Hot ice is the dance team. Is their you know how we have the drumline is MD, the dance team is Hot Ice. So they're pretty solid. Can't really speak to them because I'm not MD. That's how it works. I can only really speak to my.
You can't speak to the dancers at all?
I can only speak to my rookie sisters.
Wow. You're not allowed to talk to any girls in the band unless they're the rookie sisters in the drumline?
No. You can't talk. You can talk to any girls. You can't talk to Hot Ice unless you're MD in the drumline.
Wow.
That's how. Wow. That's yeah.
What about bus rules? Any bus rules?
There was no bus rules. I mean, the bus was fine. The bus was really. Who's that? Oh, look at this guy, Dante. Big Hello. Birthday boy.
So no bus rules. What bus the drummers get on?
We get the bus. Bus 3 is always the drummer's bus. Bus 3, no matter what.
And how many
Bus
buses
3
y'all
is
travel with?
when we went to North Carolina just now, we had like 6.
6 buses. Jesus
We had
Christ.
6 buses. Yeah,
Wow.
6 buses. It was pretty hectic.
All right, let's do
Hotel.
it. Go ahead, Malachi. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
Go ahead, Malachi. What's your question? Kason, you're next. Sincere, you're next. Soleil.
So.
So. Birthday so.
My question is, what is it like when, like, how do you feel when you're going against other drum lines?
I went
so
against
the only-
KT the other day. I got the video
We
against
did.
y'all. KT.
Yes, we did. And that was fun. I ain't gonna hold you. That was that for me was my first college drumline battle. So it was fun. Like, honestly, the preparation was what it took. Like, everyone would get out maybe like 10:30. The drumline was not leaving until like 12, 1 o'clock for this block to get ready for this event. Like, that's like they like to tell us that the drumline is different, is not the same as the band. And they really mean that. Like, the discipline is not the same as the band. The band could get off at 9 or 10, and we'll still be here working what we need to work. Because not only do we need to know our music, we need to know the band's music and everything in between. So yeah. So that was fun. Like, A&T played the same thing over and over again. They played the same. I'm gonna sound like an NSU head right now because it's all I've been hearing. Like, A&T played the same little tunes that they play every battle. And this whole block was new. This whole block was nothing but new material. So it was pretty fun. It was really fun.
Go ahead, next.
My question is, what was the change like for you coming from BU to going to Norfolk?
Shut up, K-Song. Anyway, now I'm playing. The change from BU to NSU. Like I said, it wasn't really a change with the discipline because, like I said, Ty still implements that discipline. You guys just need to listen to the discipline. Stop trying to go against the man when he says be disciplined. It's for your own good. But yeah, as far changes wise was basically, I went from only having me in my section, or me and Malachi in my section, I went from like 1 to 2 quint players to 8 quint players during band camp. 8 quint players, being one of them. 8 tenor players, all good. So it's not like honestly, I was the weakest link for a little bit. I be getting myself together, but still, these guys were pretty nice. But like I said, that was a major change. The practice schedule was a major change.
I remember when you first got there, you was feeling really confident. I remember when you first got there, you called and you said, "Yo, Ty, a lot of these guys can't hang. I'm kind of used to the work ethic, but a lot of these guys, a lot of the freshmen wasn't used to the work ethic. But you felt like you was really well prepped for the work ethic, right?"
Right. Because when that little Paris trip that we did definitely built my stamina as far as like holding these drums, because these drums are not light. These drums are not toys. These drums are not like the dynasties. These are system blues. These are heavy. I know y'all got them now, but like I still think mine's is heavier than yours because it is a 6 template. But these drums are heavy, and you cannot move unless it's a whip. When I mean a whip, I mean like a catch the whip. You feel me?
A ripple.
Yeah, a ripple. You cannot move unless somebody sends a rip. And the snare line got that worse because the snare line, everybody's watching y'all. The tenor line, everybody on tenor knows that it's a struggle a little bit. So you got to maybe move a little bit here and there. But that snare line does not move at all. They do not move at all. No adjusting the strap, no fiddling with the sticks, none of that. at attention unless said otherwise.
So again, that's not, unfortunately, that's not every college. So I was watching a video of the day of Hampton doing a tunnel. I'm looking at all this fidgeting, all this moving around. I was like, Jesus Christ. All right, next question. Let's go. More questions. Somebody asked a college question about classes.
So, I had a different question, but about
anything you want. Good.
So you play Quinn right now.
Yes.
If you had any other instrument that you would want to move, if you had a chance to, what would you move to?
Now, do you mean like in drumline, or do you mean like in general?
Like
if
I would say in drumline or in general, like either one. Like
okay, so if I had to switch, I keep saying this. If I had to switch, I would not go to snare because, like I said, their discipline is on a whole nother level, and like their checkoffs is way worse than my checkoffs. Like their checkoffs, if your drum is leaning just a tad bit, you get sat down. If your hand is like uneven, you get sat down. Like I would not go to snare. Maybe cymbals. I'll probably go to cymbals. We don't have no chest tenor or leg tenors over here. It's snare, tenors, cymbals, and bass.
Yeah.
Quints, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go to cymbals. But if I had to go outside the drum line, even though I don't know no notes, I would wanna join sousaphone. I would probably be bodacious. Bodacious is fun.
Is the name of their tuba section.
Yeah.
Tuba.
No, it's like tuba. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would try tuba.
Yeah.
If I
Anybody else? Because the tuba players get all the girls. That's why. That's why.
Tuba just fun. Look, cranking.
High school kids. Let's get some questions in. High school kids. Get some questions in. Come on.
Okay, I got
Yo,
a question.
Pringle.
I hear somebody talking. Yeah, wait. Soleil, your volume is low, baby.
I don't know how to. I just gotta talk up, maybe, probably.
There you go.
Yes, you're good. You're good.
Okay, so how does like the classes from high school and all that type of stuff change to like now? It's like what's like, is it hard? Like obviously it's gonna be harder, but like what's like the transition? How was the transition from college to high school to college?
It's definitely harder. But like I said, it's not. There's no teachers on your case. There's no like, oh, hey Makai, I see you ain't turned this in. Or hey Makai, I see you was in class yesterday. Is everything okay? Or make sure you turn this in before it's not due. It's really everything is on you. Like literally everything is on you. If there's something wrong, you got to reach out to the teacher. You got to tell them, yeah, I missed this day, or I'm slacking on this work. Can I get some time to stand there? Hopefully they say yes. They might not say yes. Some teachers are very strict with their deadlines. Like if it says due at Friday at 11:59 and it's turned in at 12:01, they're not taking it at all. Like even if it's like, oh yeah, my Wi-Fi is slow, they don't care. They're not taking it. I'm still trying to get used to this schooling out here. Classes are normally like an hour or so, unless it's like your major. My major is business, and that class is normally like that class is normally like 2 hours because that's my major, but every other class is normally like an hour or so.
Yes, sir.
Really, it's really like us. It's really just a paying attention game. If you're not,
I'm gonna Zoom with the kids. Let me try her right now.
So yeah, it's really hard. It's really a all on you game as far as like getting the work done and turning in what needs to be turned in and going to class. Like some of these days you'd be tired. Some of these days you'd be like, yeah, that 9 o'clock, I'll see it on the next day I have it. But nah, you gotta go.
That's the hard part right there. They on their own. They on their own, so nobody's gonna make them get out of bed. Nobody's gonna make them out the house. They wake up and they don't feel like going. They turn over, and then their parents find out later, and their parents beat them up later. Cause that's what I'm doing. We in my house, we put David on the Zoom in the mornings. Make sure you up. Make sure you out the house, out the dorm. Pringle need a wake up call. You need some wake up calls. Make sure you leave the house, Pringle.
Nah, I be out. I be up and at them.
You
I
got
said
this
I
now.
have like 3 alarms. If I have a class at 9, I have an alarm at 8, and then I have an alarm at 7. Because I know if I put the alarm at 8, I know I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna stay up. Who's calling me? Who's this? Who's this?
Go ahead, Madison. What's your question, Madison?
Oh, hi, Maddie.
Hey, so my question is like, is it hard maintaining like, you know how you have to like learn your music for band and then like keeping
Right.
up with school? Is it like hard to maintain
Yes.
both?
It is hard to maintain both. It is.
So, and Pringle knows I've told this story before about him, so it's nothing embarrassing. Pringle is dope. Y'all know that. But he ain't the most academic person in the world. so Pringle, I guess that leads us to the question that we can ask everybody. What are some things that you teach at BU, that you experience at BU, that during your years at BU? What are some things that you do?
Todd, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Sorry.
You were too close to the mic. There you go.
Sorry. What are some things that during the years here, if you'd have focused on it a little bit more, that it would have made your time there, your beginning there, a little bit easier? So what are some things that they hear from us that we're trying to do, what they're trying to balance and experience, that they focus a little bit more now? It'll make the experience a little bit easier when they get to where you're at.
Definitely the time management. Being on time is being late. Being early is the only case when it comes to everywhere you go. You got to be early. It's not okay to be on time. If you're on time, there's something wrong. Why are you on time? If it says like, there's one thing they like to say. They'll be like, during band camp, they'll be like, report time is 12 o'clock. What's report time? 11:55. Because you know not to show up in that band room at 12 o'clock. Because why? That makes no sense. But definitely my academic habits, as far as like studying on my own or like doing homework on my own. Reading music is one of those priorities as well. But definitely like my study habits, as far as like me on my own, trying to study, or me on my own, like saying, all right, I got to do this. Let me get this done before it's time, before it needs to be turned in. So, and not working last minute. Like, I know people tend to procrastinate. I tend to procrastinate, but sometimes you procrastinate so much that it ends up being too late. So I know some people work better under pressure, but like sometimes try to get it done while it's above water. So
Good.
Yeah.
Good stuff, though.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, doesn't he look good?
Pringle. I
Hey.
miss you.
I miss you too.
I just wanted to say hello to everybody and say hello to you. And I've been listening, and I am super, super, super proud of you. I'm about to get, you know me, I cry. So before I start crying, I just want to say I am so, so, so proud of you. And keep up the good work. And like you said, with the support of family and friends, you can, you could keep that balance of your academics and, the band and everything like that. So I just say, just keep it up. And if you ever need help or support, or you're going through it mentally, you need a break, we're always here for you.
Thank you
And
so
I
much.
love you.
I'll be back for Thanksgiving.
Yes, right.
Right.
Thank you, y'all. All right.
2 more weeks.
Turkey Day.
I have a
Go ahead.
question.
Go ahead.
What classes do you take, and what do you want to be when you finish college?
Hi, Dante. What classes am I taking and what do I want to do when I get out of college? Well, I want to get into real estate when I get out of college. So I want to be able to like sell property, buy property, basically my plan was to give homes to those who can't afford it. That was my plan from the jump. Because back home there was a lot of vacant apartment buildings that could definitely be turned into something. But the way it was working now is they're going to be turned into something not for us. They're going to be turned into something for not this skin color, and it's not gonna. And then the price is just gonna go up and whatnot, and it's just gonna be a more gentrification happening in New York. So the plan was for me to get into real estate and just make more like affordable housing for those who need it. But the classes I take right now is math, English, business 101, business management, business intro to business, my bad. Intro to business, health, and for some reason I have an online PE class. I don't know why, but these are just the basic classes you got to take when you first get into college. So I won't get into like all those fancy schmancy classes until like my next semester or like next year. So those are my classes.
Have you ever
What classes
thought
you
about
take,
quitting?
Dante?
Have you ever thought about quitting?
Yes, there was definitely a time during band camp where I was like, man, I am over it. Band camp. Once you get past band camp, it's really just smooth. It's really smooth. But like that band camp time, it was aggravating. It was waking up, doing the same thing for like 2 weeks, doing the same thing over and over again. Like waking up at like 6 in the morning. You got PT in the morning. And then we had to run to our field. Our field is like down the block. It's not like Hampton where it's like, oh, the band room's right here and the field's right here. No, they had the band room's right here, the field's right here. We had to like run there every morning, run back, doing the same thing over and over again. But like, I think once you become like a upperclassman, is really band camp should be light for you once you're an upperclassman because it's nothing but the basics. It's nothing but going over the basics for the rookies. So, but there was definitely a few times where I was like, yeah, man, I'm over it. I'm over y'all. Annoying. Everybody is annoying me. But those who stayed. We had a few quitters. We had a few that we had to get rid of. We had a few that couldn't take it. But I'm glad I was one that stayed because it's fun. It's fun in the end. Being in the videos. What's the question?
Are you able to squeeze in any fun though? Huh?
Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes like the parties and whatnot. Sometimes. Actually, no, I haven't been to a party yet. Actually, yes, I have. Sometimes it's you can squeeze in some fun here and there, but other times, let's put it like this: if you know your stuff, then it's time to have fun. Like if you're good in every department, like you know your music, you know you ain't got no work to be done, you did all your work, then you got time. You got time for fun. But if you know you're slacking behind, or I know everything but this part of the music, then you know you got to work on that. Like you know you're gonna be in that dorm room with your rookie brothers getting that music right before you start having fun. Because like I said, if you out there having fun, then you should be good on everything. Everything should be perfect. The way they work out here. This is one thing they say is perfection is not an option, but mandatory. It's not an option. That's the way they work.
We got something
We
like
do
that.
We do. But the way they work, the way the drumline works is perfection is not an option, but mandatory.
Beautiful.
I don't know about the band.
What else?
I have another question.
Okay.
What was it like
look,
holding
turn
a
the light
drum?
on. Huh?
What was it like holding a drum in band camp?
I was the only one, and out of my rookie brothers. So one day, during band camp we had the drums on stands because, like I said, those drums are heavy. But one day we got in trouble, so they were like, "We're just gonna strap up. We're just gonna pick up." So, but I was the only one who was able to like stay up for the whole time. Like everybody else died out. Like they had to take the drum off. As far as the tenors, everybody else had to take their drums off. It's 4 of us. Everybody else had to like take their drums off, and it was just me. It was just me on tenor. And from that point, like I didn't think I was better than anybody. I just thought like my stamina was. They didn't have the luxury of drumming all summer with an actual drum. They were on drum pads. You already know Malachi. We was in Paris, marching up and down hills with a 6 template. So that kind of boosted my stamina a little bit, and got my body used to the conditions that they expect us to be used to. So yeah, them drums is heavy though. Them drums are not to be played with. Them drums, I don't know what type of material is made out of, but it's not okay. Malachi, turn your camera off. You just turn your camera off. Oh my God. Can
Another
get it
question.
off my screen?
How many times do
Yes,
you
Dante.
practice a day?
Oh, Cameron. Oh, hi, Cameron. Okay.
How many times do you practice a day?
Okay, so normally a regular day for me is we have practice from 3:20 to 9 o'clock. That's a regular Monday through Friday, 3:20 to 9 o'clock. After class, that's a normal day. But as far as like me on my own, we tend to like practice maybe an hour or 2 or 3 after rehearsal, just to like solidify, or like just to be ahead of the game, ahead of the curve, so we're not like caught lacking if they ask for this, that, and the third. But yeah, tend to practice with my rookie bees at least 2 to 3 hours after rehearsal. So like 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12. Yeah. And that's where it's also a hard time to figure out when to do work, because I'm always practicing, which is why you need to have a balance of practicing and a balance of work. You can't just be practicing 24/8. You can't just be a band head. You're not in college just to be a band head. You got to be able to be a band head and also keep them grades where they need to be to stay in that band. So, yeah.
How was it? How was it going against Virginia State and seeing the other girls?
Well, so we did that event wasn't really a competition. It was more like an exhibition. So it was like they did their part and we did our show, and it was really, so they had their full band, and because of bus issues, we only was able to bring the drum line because they really only wanted the drum line. So yeah. So it was pretty dope to see them though. It was a good feeling to see them. When they saw me, they all ran to me and gave me a hug. You don't know how famous they made me look. You don't know how famous they made me look. They made me look so famous. So four dancers coming up to me. Four dancers coming up to me. Oh my God, college. Everybody looking at me like,
I have another question.
Listen to the answers first, guys. So you saw the Destiny.
I saw Des. I saw Jayla. I saw Court, and I saw Mia. And it was pretty dope. It was pretty dope. As soon as I got those photos, I sent it to Ty. I know he would enjoy it. It was a pretty good. That day was pretty good.
Right. It was something that we talked about a long time, right?
Yes.
Talked about that.
I'm still waiting to get a photo. We probably won't get a photo with the Hampton boys in uniform until next year. Right.
Talk about that. Talk about taking an Uber over to them, over at their house.
Okay, so I've only taken an Uber once to like their house. Before they were at their house, they were at Roy's house. So I did that a few times, but it's pretty fun. It's pretty. I remember I went over there the day after Hampton went against NSU. It was pretty fun. It was their heads and me just watching band clips, watching the battle, seeing everybody's mistakes, or like seeing, yeah, we messed up there, or like, yeah, we messed up there. So it's different. It's different being on the other side. It's different. Like it's really different being on the other side, talking about how spying each other's flaws, or saying like what made sense and what didn't make sense in each other's shows. So it was pretty fun. It was going over there. Going over there was pretty fun though. Going over, I remember one time I went over there. We was just playing Uno. It was because apparently these Virginia heads play Uno way different than we play Uno, and we was bonding over that. It was fun. It was fun. It was a
Cool.
good time.
Got a girlfriend?
No, I don't have a girlfriend time.
You plead the fifth?
I plead the fifth. Somebody wants a relationship, but I'm not trying to get a relationship. So,
Well, this video is being recorded, so be very careful.
Oh, I ain't saying nothing wicked.
Anybody else?
How is the music reading up there? Is it just a whole bunch of lines and yeah?
Huh?
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of lines and notes. Yep, 5 lines, 4
lines.
spaces. five lines and 4 spaces.
The music reading is pretty fun. The music, it's hard. It is some of it is repetitive. Like the full band music gets repetitive because it's full band and ain't nothing too choppy, unless it's like what it was for yesterday. For that little fanfares that we had for the beginning of those shows was real choppy. That was whooping me. I could not get it for nothing at the beginning when we first got it. It took me a few after rehearsal sectionals to get it right, but that was hard. But as far as like the drumline music, some of it sometimes is very hard. Sometimes it's like very repetitive. Sometimes it's groovy. But it tends to be, it's, if you know how to read, you shouldn't have an issue with it. Like I still be struggling with some of my reading, but it's nothing where it's like, yeah, I don't understand what's on this page at all. It's more like I don't know what heads it is. If it was a snare music, I could read snare music. You know how our music is going up and down because it's different drums, different notes. So that kind of be confuzzling in my head. But other than that, the music is music. If you know how to read music, you should be in a pretty good spot.
All right, let's wrap it up. I want some high school questions before we go. High school questions, high school comments. Not to call nobody out, but you know, we family, we got to do it in front of everybody. Kai, George is on suspension right now for academics. He can't come to BU for the whole month. He has to miss all his Nets games and everything. The other day, I spent 8 a.m. to 12 noon on a Zoom with him doing catching up on a whole bunch of back homework. What's your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, if it has to be done, it has to be done. Like you said, like they're gonna say here, like the school comes first. Every alum that comes that watches us, they'll be like, remember guys, graduate. Like that's the number one goal here. The band is fun and whatnot, the drumline is fun and whatnot, but you gotta graduate. You gotta be on your work. You're not helping anybody if you get that academic probation and now you gotta sit out the rest of the season because your grades weren't up to par. So like if you gotta sit out, it's like they also say if you need time, ask for time. Like last week I went to Mr. Bathea's office, the band director, and I was like, hey man, I need some time to like get my grades up. He was able to give me the evening off one day, he gave me the afternoon off the other day. He's not gonna be I was about to curse. He's not gonna be a jerk. Yeah, he's not gonna be a knucklehead and be like, yeah, man, nah, just bam. He's understanding that, like, I understand that your grades are slipping. Like, we understand that everyone's going through it. Almost every like rookie is going through, oh, my grades aren't where they want them to be right now. So it's really, them grades is what matter at the end of the day. So like if you had to sit out a few performances, miss a few paychecks, then that is what it is. But like now you know you gotta the standard is high. Even at BU, the standard is high. The grades gotta be up to a certain part for you to be able to do these shows.
How is it gonna feel when you graduate? How's that gonna feel?
Man, it's gonna feel unreal. Honestly, it's gonna sound like my sister walked the stage, and it was pretty dope. Everybody was clapping for her and whatnot, yelling for her and whatnot, and it's pretty dope. I already know I walked the high school stage, but that was nothing compared to these college stages that people gotta walk when they graduate. It's nothing but like the whole school just cheering for you, saying what you majored in and whatnot. It's probably gonna be like one of the proudest moments of my life. Because knowing me, as far as like school, I was never really a school head, never really was into school or like homework and whatnot. But like the fact that I'm still going through it, still putting in the effort, still grinding is what really matters.
All right.
Boy,
all right. That's Makai. Who else? Madison, Soleil. Y'all go ahead and give y'all last words. Wrap this up. Tamia, if you want to, go ahead and tell him something good. Keep him encouraged, and let's wrap this up.
Yeah, I got a show. I got to get ready.
Some of us, we got a music video today with Jim Jones and Mano. Some of them don't know who Jim Jones is. They don't know who Jim
Jones is. Come on, guys.
You had a performance with Missy Elliott.
We performed for Missy Elliott. We didn't have and it rained on that day. It was rain it was crazy though, because the day was perfect for everybody else. Everybody marched in, Hampton marched in, Elizabeth City marched in, and it was perfect weather. As soon as we start marching, drizzle. And as soon as we start performing, rain. Drums sound untuned. It was so bad. It was really bad. Like even us marching out, it's like we stopped performing and it stopped raining for a little bit. As soon as we started marching out, the rain came so heavy. It was so bad. It was like I don't know. We really brought the rain that day. We brought the storm that day.
What the rain?
Yes. I can't stand the rain.
All right. Well, I'll say thank you for your time. We really appreciate it. Super proud of you. Excited.
Glad to hear your voices.
Yep. Excited to continue to support you. Anything you need. You don't have to eat oodles and noodles all the time. If you need something, just let us know. We'll definitely continue praying for you, pushing you, and making sure you're good. And we're looking forward to continue ups, less downs, more ups. We're looking forward to it. And I'm sure your story is helping us. Anybody else?
Hey, everybody. Hey, Pringle.
Hey, at work, doing work things, working.
Always. I just wanted to, in front of everybody, encourage you. And I want to thank you for being the example for them, because many of them don't get to see what college looks like. They don't know what comes next. They think that after high school, that's it. They think that bare minimum is okay. Oh, I passed. Right. I got a C. I got a 65. It's okay. It's not okay. You should always do your best. One thing that Malachi gets tired of me saying to him is anything that you do with perfection, right? So if you do something anyway, that's how you're going to do everything. You half behind something, you're going to half behind everything. So I want to thank you in front of everybody for you just taking the time out to talk to them and encourage them and giving them a little bit of insight as to what next steps are going to look like, because they're all going to have that coming their way.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And as always, you know to call me.
Yes.
You know to call me. Okay. As long as we're on the same page.
We're good.
Yeah, me too. Call me too, Pringle.
I'm not calling you, Malachi. I'm not calling you. You don't get phone calls. You get random checkups.
I'll happy. Everybody's good. Everybody's happy. Everybody's good. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. We're good.
Everyone's good.
Yep. Sounds like everybody's good. All right, man. We'll see you soon.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Bye, so. K-Song,
Bye, Pringle.
Cameron,
Bye.
Bye, Pringle.
Cameron,
Bye,
Bye
Pringle.
bye.
Go.
Makai.
Bye.
Hey, man.
Bye, parents.
Later, Pringle.
Who is this? George? George? What's wrong with
Nah,
y'all?
man.